Hey everybody, this is Rodney Robinson coming at you once again. I just wanted to touch base with everybody and just let you know, just want to give an update on the OCGN, and I'll also talk about the AMC. I have a thought on that as well. So again, I created this vlog to go through and kind of help those that are brand new to trading. And of course, I know I have some information that will be pertinent for those that's not, that are savvy investors as well. But this is mainly for those that are that's new to trading and maybe want to know how things actually work and different things of that nature. So that's why we wanted to do this. So for those, now if you're new to crypto, below I have a link that will take you to some resources that's below. In the description below. Also, for those that do not have WEBULL, this is probably one of the best applications that I've found for being able to trade. I've been with TD Ameritrade or Thinkorswim for quite a few years. But when I seen this, I was like, oh yeah, I definitely needed to get this. This is rather than have to set up different things with the Thinkorswim. This is easily done. Everything is done for you. It's a great application to go through and actually use for that. So I thought that this would be a great way to go through and help people in that aspect. So below I also have a link for those that if you do not have the WEBULL, there's a link below that you can actually, in the description, that you can go through and actually pick up WEBULL, excuse me. And you'll get a free stock for actually doing so. Get two free stocks for doing so. So, like I said, as we get deeper into this, we'll go through and I'll show you all the different aspects of WEBULL, and you'll be able to utilize that. Now, for new people that's new to trading, I have a Discord as well that you can go through and connect with me. That'll be in the description as well, so you can go through and click on that. For those that's already and that's not new to trading, I would definitely connect you into one of my friends, OB Kenobi. We have a great group that's over there that you'll be able to connect with and join us in the 100K to a 1,000K challenge and different things of that nature. So it's a great group. It's a community of a lot of people that's over there. And once people become comfortable here and then they decide that they want to go over there as well, the new people, you can also go over to that group. But I would really, my whole focus is I want to make sure that we get you familiarized with some of the wording and different things that's actually going on, and that you really go through and decide how you want to trade and different things of that nature. So you won't get lost over there and just start following and just doing things. I don't want you to just end up losing money. But again, I'm no financial advisor. If you decide you want to go over there, you can do so as well. But let's get into this particular thing today. Again, this is an update on the OCGN. OCGN, as you can see here within this this particular stock, we was actually in this position since it was like $6. But what I wanted to do here is wanted to go through and let you know that with OCGN, the WHO organization, which is the World Health Organization, they were going through to determine if they were going to give them emergency use. But it happened to that there was a piece that they needed to figure out or to finish that they requested from OCGN to go through and to complete this process. So they got held up for a few more days. So that's even though some people may think it's bad news, that's actually good news from the standpoint that you get actually another opportunity for this catalyst to go through and pull from this catalyst, and I'll go through and show you what I'm referring to in this. So as you can go through and you'll see within this stock. You can see on, and we'll set this, we'll change this to, let's change this to a month out. We'll do that. And actually, let's change it to 5 days. We'll change it to 5 days, and you'll kind of see what I'm saying here. So when the catalysts come out, everyone wants to come in. If you can see my previous video, people wants to come into this in action before the catalyst, because what they say is that you buy the rumor and you sell the news. So what is happening here? That means that people are going to start coming in, which they actually did here, and they came into the stock and caused it to get a lot of support, which pushed the stock, the momentum, all the way up to like $13. Me personally, at that point, I actually decided to sell 80% of that position and got out of the stock at that point. Now, it so happened that the news, like I indicated before, that they got pushed back for until I believe November the 3rd, and they're going to definitely come out and let everybody know what's going on with this. But as you can see here, people started getting out at that point, and it kind of went down. So now, because of the fact that we're going into the next, we're getting ready, that catalyst is coming back up again. It went down here, and you can see it went down to like $8. You could have actually sold and bought back in at the $8 level, came back in here, and as you can see, it is beginning to bump back up. Currently now, it is back up to like $10.42. So at that point, where I went through and I doubled down on it from that standpoint, because of the fact I got out of it, and I can see that I can get another opportunity to get even more off of this particular stock. I do believe that this stock may end up being a $15 stock. Not for sure. I'm just going through. If it went up to $13 and we never got the information, what will it go up to after we do get it and they say that it's approved? And we're pretty sure that this is going to be an approved situation within that. So that's the OCGN perspective that I actually have with OCGN. The next thing that I do want to talk about, and we're going to go into AMC. Now, with AMC, this particular stock is, I totally understand where all the apes are and what they're trying to do and what they want to do, and I totally agree. It's how the institutions, and they want to make this thing to where it's a level playing field, and I was a part of in 2000, when the bubble busted on the .com, and and lost a lot of money within that. So I feel that directly. And then when your in runs and your MCI World comes and different things of that nature. So I felt that directly. So I totally understand what they're saying. And then in 2008, for me, that's when I started getting more into trading at that standpoint. And I realized that, once everything goes down is when you want to have your resources available to you to buy that dip. That's a serious dip. So you want to, that's like a red sale when the women want to go through and go purchase things on a red sale. So that's like that. That's the dip that you want. So, that's one of the biggest things that I kind of learned from this. And, at that standpoint, I went through, but, there was a lot of things that was going on, and many people know about how all the things that was going on through that standpoint, which it was, a lot of it, in my opinion, was unethical. That was actually going on from the market standpoint. So, I'm in there with the apes, and I totally understand that. I see it also from another perspective. Some people say that who goes to the movies? Prior to COVID, I go to the movies with my lady every week. We're going to a movie, especially if there's a big movie out or whatever the case may be. It's the date night or whatever the case may be. It's nothing like going to a movie and actually seeing it in a big movie theater. So I'm all for having a movie theater, but I also see it from the perspective that this is for young kids, where kids, they go through and they get their jobs through AMC. So I did not want to see this thing go down. It's not like AMC was like a Blockbuster. A Blockbuster was a company that wanted to charge you for not rewinding your VCR tapes, if you remember that. And they just did not want to change when they had an opportunity to actually make the change, and they didn't want to go to like the red box and different things of that nature, or even streaming at that point. And that kind of took them out of the element of where they were, and that's the reason why I don't know if they're totally out of business, but it may be one or two within the country. So they're just a shell of what they once were, been a major company, and because they didn't want to go through and go with change, they ended up doing that. I don't see that with the AMC. They're trying to go through and make change as well. Aaron is doing a great job at that. It may not be from a fundamentally sound standpoint, but, truly, I hate to see a company like this go out of business. It's kind of like, with Radio Shack. Everybody doesn't go to Radio Shack, but when I needed to, they got everything that I actually need. So it's another one of those scenarios. And, so I'm with the apes in that aspect. So, but what I really want to look at is because we need volume to actually make things go. And I heard someone give a number once, and I said, is how true is that actual number? And if people really realize what that number is from an ape standpoint, that's where they can go through and actually make that change and make sure that we cause the squeeze to actually happen. So what I'm going to do here, I just want to take this thing back, and we're going to look at a number, and we're going to see if we can kind of determine how true that is. So this is, I went to a 6-month standpoint here, and then with the system here, it kind of goes through and hurry up and pushes you out. So if we look back here, let's do 6 months. But yeah, I'm looking here, and the period that we want to look at is, okay, I went too far back, sorry. It's here. This is what you want to really see here. Right here, it looks like we really got a big, where all the institutions kind of came in, and I thought for sure that was like, there it is. Is that 2580? Unless I'm not seeing that right, but that's 2580 is when it looks like we got a lot of hits in there, and it's probably when the institutions came in and they actually bought in, and then it causes things to start going up. So, I'm thinking this is when it really kind of came in, but at this point here, probably around this area right there, that 28 is when the institutions really start building into this thing, and this thing kind of took off and ran up to that 72, and they was able to bring it back down. I don't think everything came out of it from that squeeze. I don't think they got everything out of it, because if you go back here and we go over to what happened just about 3 months ago, the number that got hit was right around this 2887, or is that 2887? That 2887. So right here. So in my opinion, I think that this number, this 28 or that 25, is going to be 28 or 20. I had heard 29. So, but I believe this is more than likely the trigger between that 28 and 29 range is where we're looking that will trigger this thing again. Because what happened once this went down, it actually popped again. And I still don't think that they sold all of their shorts but it popped up to that 52. And that's kind of that kind of coincides with what I'm actually hearing. And it looks more to be the case, by these numbers here. Let me know what you think about that. But I think if we can, if everyone has their own opinion, for me, I ended up buying it some time ago, but then I sold some because I like going and selling both ways. But then I ended up trying, listening to, following with the apes. I kind of agreed that, hey, let's make the shorts go through. And I kind of understood that standpoint. So at that point, I did go through, I went through and kind of, was trying to help push this thing and kind of pushed up some of my positions when, in this 49 and this 50 area, and it caused my position to be a little bit higher, which I was fine with because I had made money off of it anyway. But, for me, I will go through at this level here to buy down my position a little bit lower. And it's not much higher than this anyway, but it'll help me to bring my position down even more by going in at this level here. So if we were to hit that 28.29 level, that's when I'll be looking to put more into it, into the stock to see if we can push that, because I believe that will be the next go round that we'll actually have. Because as you can see, we're around at 30, 35, 36, and then we'll pop to like 42 and then come back down. But it needs enough momentum to make them go through and continue to try to go out and do what they're trying to do, before it's getting all the shorts to cover. So, I think once we hit that area, that's going to really be the fuel. If the whole community understands that and realize what the number is. I know a lot of people, some people may have gone through and sold some of their position because so many other things have been happening. I didn't sell my position that I actually had after I got to where I was, because of the fact I know that this thing I'm not going to sell for a short, number one. And because to me, they win in that psyops, the game that they're playing. To me, they win. So I wouldn't sell, and go for